Previously on Trekking Along. Good morning. We stayed at the Best Western last night. Mom and I spent way too many hours last night, up too late, planning the whites, so that's all taken care of. Hopefully it all works out. Hopefully the weather cooperates, but it doesn't look like it's going to. It's going to rain like every day while we're in there. Yay! We are here right resupplying, and Mom is just so sleep deprived and so tired that she just can't stop laughing. But we got caffeine at McDonald's this morning and it hasn't really kicked in yet, I don't think. So we're gonna finish resupplying and then catch the bus back to the trailhead and get back on trail. I said the bus, not the school bus. See, Mommy just did not sleep well last night. We were up way too late. I don't even think we went to bed till like almost 10 o'clock, which is actually normal, but last night we were just so tired. We're gonna finish up here and maybe go get lunch somewhere. She just cannot keep it together. All right, see y'all later. Also, because the way the whites are laid out and it's so annoying, you can't really resupply without carrying so much food. So we resupplied here at Walmart and Price Chopper. 2 resupplies are in a mailer, so I was going to a hostel and pick it up before climbing Moosilauke. And then after that, I think we're going into town to resupply somewhere and mail ourselves another box somewhere. So, yeah! I don't know why.
Best day of my life. I'm pretty sure people think Mom's high on something. We are on the way to our shelter tonight and just walked up the trail.
You have 17 seconds.
And that was hanging from a branch. Sorry, it's so unsteady, but that's a massive nest. Good morning. We are almost to the top of Mount Cube and we stopped to take a break, and while we were taking a break I went ahead and moved a bunch of videos so that we would have more storage on our phone because we ran out yesterday or 2 days ago. But yesterday we did about 14.5 miles and made it to the top of Smarts Mountain, which is that mountain straight ahead of us. And on the top of that mountain, which I'm not sure I can actually focus on, there is a fire tower. And we were there hoping to see the northern lights, because the northern lights have been visible in this area the last couple of nights. But it ended up being too cloudy. We weren't able to see them. But we have hiked from there to here today. It's just right at 6 miles, I think it is. So it's pretty cool to think that we were on the top of that mountain, came down it, and we've gone back up. And then there's all these gorgeous other mountains. We think we might be seeing Mount Killington kind of way off in the distance. I don't even think it's showing up on the video right now, but way off in the distance, there's a mountain that rises up out of the mist. We think that was Killington way, several days ago. But it's been a gorgeous day for hiking. It's warmer today than it has been last week, of course, since we got our winter gear. But we've been sleeping good, or cozy anyways, and just warmer during the day and sweating like crazy. But it has been beautiful. Yes, we have stopped for a moment to snack. It is getting close to 5 o'clock. And we are still hiking for the day. It is going to be a late night, or later night for us. But I think we're going to get 18 miles in. And then hopefully figure out the plan for tomorrow. There is weather coming, so we're trying to figure out how to get Moosilauke done before the weather comes, and then hopefully zero somewhere. So hiking far today so that tomorrow can be an easier day. Good morning. We are currently slackpacking Mount Moosilauke, Sobo, which we have not hiked south on yet. But
we had mixed emotions.
Yeah, we weren't too thrilled, but we heard it was easier to go Sobo from Moosilauke, so that's what we're doing today. We stayed at the Hikers Welcome Hostel last night, so they're slackpacking yesterday, and we'll stay there again tonight. I think we're gonna hostel hop our way through the whites. It's like as much as possible. But yeah,
but it's beautiful. And
it's pretty.
Hikers welcome. Maybe we'll get some film when we get back. But
yeah,
it's been an amazing hostel. So
we have the upper bunk where there's like lots of bunks, but it's up to the second floor, and we have our own private space.
A little tucked away cubby.
There, but so far, everyone in the room we've had have been really nice.
It was packed last
night.
Yeah. It was supposed to be pouring rain and storming today, but the forecast changed. So less chance today of that than tomorrow. So we're hiking today instead of tomorrow.
It is foggy, and we'll probably have no views at the top, but that's okay.
To come out, but there is chance of rain in the afternoon, which
So,
is probably when we'll be up there.
We'll get views later in the whites, hopefully.
Or the sun in the afternoon. We'll be up there by lunch.
Yeah. But anyway, gotta climb stairs. We have hiked enough that we literally just exited the fog. That is down the mountain. It's foggy. And then up where the girls are, it's clear. So cool. So we are in a part of our climb where the trail has definitely leveled out. The girls and I were just saying, I don't even know if this really could be called climbing up a mountain. Feels really nice, especially without packs. I don't know what happened along here, but a lot of these trees died in through here. And just like that, we are above tree line, almost to the top. Made it to the top of Mount Moosilauke, or Lauke, whatever you want to call it. And the view is gorgeous. So now we're going to follow all those cairns down south. Yeah, we're going Sobo. More fog blowing through. We made it 1,800 miles. Yeah. Well, we did it. We did it. We survived our first mountain in the whites.
And it was actually a lot of fun.
It was actually not that bad.
It was a great day hike. It actually felt easy without the weight of our packs. So
I understand now why people day hike this. I was like, why did people day hike on the AT? And I'm like, oh, it's easy. That's why.
It's easy. So we enjoyed it. Got rained on just a little bit, but we're going to go back to warm bunks and get showers and feel great. So it's a great end to a day. Congrats, girls. We have been hiking all morning, trying to catch up to number 2 Pencil, who we've not been able to see for several days, but we've all been waiting for him to catch up to us. And with all the weather delays that we've experienced, we found out that he was, we're at 2 different hostels, but we're both all of us are slacking the Kinsmans today. And so we knew we would see him at some point. His hostel dropped off about an hour before our hostel did, but we just heard he's just down the trail and stopping for lunch. So Chopstick and Freak Out have run on down the trail ahead of us to catch up to him. We also think that Izzy and Chickadee might be with him. We've enjoyed seeing them. We met them at Hikers Welcome. I was like, what was the name of that place? And then they went to Old Colony, which is
probably where we would have preferred to have been because it's where all of our friends are. But they have a no one under the age of 21 rule, and we clearly don't fit into that category, so we had to be at the Notch, which has been a fantastic hostel. It's super clean. They run a very tight ship over there. There's just a lot of rules to follow, and when you're coming out of the woods, it's sometimes hard to remember all the rules. So
But important thing, there was a dog at the hostel.
yes,
Spent the night.
yes, the dog spent the night in our room, no less. So we were in a bunk room with 8 bunks and a dog crate because it's a dog-friendly room, and another hiker who is trying to do the New Hampshire 48 was there last night with her dog. So
Such a sweet dog.
Thumper was very happy to spend some time loving on that dog. So, and we will get to see that dog again tonight because
She's also tinting.
yes, everyone is zeroing tomorrow because it's supposed to be stormy and nasty, and no one wants to do Franconia Ridge in that kind of weather. So the hostels are full. We have a bed for tonight, but tomorrow night we actually have to tent at the hostel we're at because there are no more beds. So, which is fine. We'll tent. We can still be inside and out of the rain during the day. And hopefully it'll stop raining just about the time we're ready to go to bed tomorrow night, and we can put up our tents and not be too wet. But we shall see. It's been a great day for hiking so far today. We've already done... What mountain did we already do? Mount Wolf. We've already done. That was not a bad climb up or a bad climb down, especially when you don't have a heavy pack on. Yes, and fresh legs, because we didn't really do... Although, I was going to say, we really didn't do anything yesterday. But, you know, the hostel we were at had bikes you could borrow and bike into town. And I looked up McDonald's. It was only 1.8 miles. And I'm like, girls, we could ride bikes to McDonald's and get food and ice cream.
I did not want to do it, disclaimer.
So, the 4 of us did. What we didn't realize was that it was mostly downhill on the way there, and it was going to be mostly uphill on the way back. So on the way there, we're all like, oh, this is going to be such a bad ride on the way back. This is going to be awful. Why are we doing this? Blah, blah, blah.
Mom's bike didn't have brakes.
Yeah, my bike didn't have back brakes. It had front brakes, and even those were a bit questionable. So I was trying to go super slow down the mountain because,
Behind her.
yeah.
We were like laughing so hard. I almost fell over a few times because I'm laughing so hard the fact how slow she's going, and that
They were,
she wants to brake, she's such a cute dog.
they were not impressed with my bike riding abilities, but I was safe. But anyways, the way back was not that bad. It was uphill, but it was totally doable. So I think it was worth going into town for some real food. But we will not be doing that tomorrow because we're not getting sopping wet. So,
I do not have good sweet tea.
oh yeah, and that McDonald's did not have good sweet tea. So it got a very poor rating from Thumper, who was really wanting some sweet tea. It just was not good. So, all right, we should be almost to the shelter. Just another minute, and we'll see if number 2 Pencil actually stopped for lunch there like we are planning to. So it'll be fun if he is. We are literally hiking up a creek bed right now. The trail goes through all this rock that has water running down it. So, yeah. So not only are we climbing up slippery rocks, but covered in moss and everything else because there's a creek. It's been rather slow go in this section as a result. Try not to slip and lose our balance. But there's the creek, right where I'm trying to step. South Kinsman.
Or is that the summit over there with that Karen? Karen?
Karen.
Karen? Karen, is that you? Let me speak to your manager.
That was a climb. Good morning. Whoops, I'm about to drop this. We are hiking up to Franconia Ridge after spending the night at the Notch. We had to tent because we didn't have reservations for yesterday, but we took a weather day, so it was a 0 for us, which we're actually quite grateful for. It was a long day doing that 16-mile slack through the Kinsman, so thankful for the 0. And now we're just climbing the mountain. So almost to the top, and we get to start Franconia Ridge. If your pack is heavy and you know it, clap your hands. So we weighed our packs this morning before we left. We've got 3 full days of resupply, and we only had 1 liter of water at the time we weighed them. But freak out, how much did your pack weigh?
44, 38, 29.7.
And mine was 40. And we just added another liter of water to it because the next 8 miles have no water until we get to Garfield shelter. So add 2 pounds to everybody's pack weight. That's what happens when you get your winter gear back.
But we are stronger than anyone else.
Yes, we're stronger than we look and slower than we think.
No, it actually feels really good
light.
today.
But
So we're just going up mountains, so we're kind of slow. But so is everybody else out here. Everybody is at the point
Even the
where
people who have 10
they're
pound
eating
packs.
tons of food, and 3 days of food is just a lot. So
and are always tired.
yes, so onward and upward. It's kind of unfortunate that we can't share smells with you on YouTube because this forest we're in right now smells amazing. It smells just like Christmas. Of course, if I were going to share smells with y'all, I'd have to throw in a few of the privies we've been to as well, just to give you the true experience. But right now, this is great. Thoroughly enjoying this trail. We are still climbing up towards Franconia, but the view is already amazing. It is just gorgeous up here. We're not entirely sure, but past Thumper, a couple ridges over, it looks like, or we think, that might be a hut. So, cool!
I know the tours are
5,000 feet up. Good morning. This is literally the trail this morning coming out of the Garfield shelter. It's the creek / waterfall that we're having to hike down. Because, you know, wet rocks first thing in the morning. So much fun! Like, who puts a trail through this?
Yep, we were over there.
That is the direction we came from. And we've hit this view. It is gorgeous. Just above tree line. And the trail the last, I don't know, mile and a half. It's been so much better than the trail we had this morning. So we're excited.
Over there.
Wait a minute. Where did we have lunch?
The farthest peak.
Farthest peak over there is where we had lunch.
Over there. I can't really point really.
There it is, right there. You found it. Fun times. The trail is just beautiful up here. It is such a gorgeous day, and I don't know what the temperatures are, but they are not hot. It's like perfect. We were in our winter bags last night with our winter base layers and slept comfortably, so it has felt amazing. So just very beautiful day for hiking on the trail. One of the benefits of getting to camp early and having a tent platform. Apparently no one's having joint problems today either. Yeah, I'm just gonna film. We are here at the Willy house, which is a state park here in Crawford Notch State Park. And we sent resupply boxes to ourselves here, so we're opening those up. And Chapstick has a new pair of shoes because her shoes, all right, let me see the bottom. The bottoms compared to the bottoms. She has 0 tread left, which is, you kind of have to have that here in the whites. Yeah. So she's excited to have new shoes. So yay! And the ranger here was super nice. He was driving around this morning with our boxes, and he checked at the trailhead to see if we were there and told some of our friends that were up there that he had our boxes. He'd be at the Willy house. So when we caught up to them, they were like, go to the Willy house. And we actually caught a hitch on the AMC bus. So yay for that. Didn't have to walk, but when we got here, he pulled up just a few minutes later, had our boxes for us. So that's amazing. They were super nice.
This is your food.
Awesome. All right, so we're gonna get unpacked, get rid of trash, get something yummy from the Willy house, and then be on our way. Yeah, they survived.
Yes,
So we just finished eating fudge and lemonade and chocolate milk. And we also filled up our water bottles. But we are about to climb this mountain. It looks way bigger in person. And we've heard, this is Mount Webster, and it's pretty much a rock climb all the way to the top. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm excited. We are back on trail. Headed up to the Mizpah hut and the Newman tent sites, all kind of in the same location. I have about 6.5 miles to go. It's almost 10 o'clock, and this climb Mount Webster is supposed to be brutal, so we'll see how long these 6 miles or so take us. The caretaker at Ethan Pond said that once you get to the top, it's kind of known as the tablelands, and it's not as steep and flattish. I don't know that anything's, well, we did have some flat hiking just before Ethan Pond, but I don't think today is going to be like that. I think it'll just be more like not as steep climbs in between some flatter areas, but we're gonna get it done. Climbing up Mount Webster. Slowly but surely. Down at the bottom of the hill is the Willy house where we were just a little while ago. It's amazing we've climbed this far, but it is gorgeous up here.
Almost 2,000 feet. We climbed 1,000
We got another 1,000 feet in elevation to gain. But man, it's gorgeous. Oh, the mountains. Looks like we're rock climbing to get to the top. Fun times. This is a different set of boulders we're now climbing. Probably set number 5 or 6 in the last quarter of a mile, it feels like. But this one's easier. We're not having to hoist ourselves up too much. Getting close to the top of this mountain. Tons more beautiful views up here. And we're headed to the top. Thank you, dear tree, for supporting us as we go down this rocky incline. Almost to the top of Mount Jackson. We only have to scramble up this incline. And Thumper's like, I don't even know where to go. It's more like crawling on your hands and knees up a mountain.
Every time I think they're done giving us mountains like this to climb.
Thank you, trees, for supporting us in our endeavor to get up these rocks. Whoops. Water bottle. Off in the distance is the hut we're staying at tonight. It's only like 2 miles away. We're not actually staying in the hut, we're staying in the tent sites around the hut. But we can see it. And then Mount Washington is way off in the distance, right there. We just reached the Alpine Bog, and this mud here is apparently quite deep. So now it's become a game of where do I step to get to the boards.
There's the board. Right there. I mean, I could jump.
With your brand new shoes, yeah, do that.
That might be slippery.
It's going to be slippery. Sarah's poles go all the way into the ground.
It went to here.
Oh, wow. How strong are you?
How strong is this poor little tree? There you go, good job. That's kind of disgusting how far in y'all's poles are going.
I would go around.
Yeah.
We made it to the Mizpah hut, and this is the Nahum tenting area. So we got our 2 tents on the platform. It's always fun setting up on a platform. But we have a nice little view. So it's pretty nice here. Good morning. Good morning. You haven't seen video of us huddled in our sleeping bags in a while, but it's chilly. It's early. Are we hiking today? No. No, we're not gonna hike today. We're up here at Mizpah hut. I don't know why that word escaped me, but Mizpah hut. And the forecast for today is calling for the possibility of thunderstorms between here and Mount Washington in the afternoon. so we made the decision to just hunker down.
Us and every other
Yeah,
hiker.
us and all but one other hiker, 2 other hikers, I think. One hiker's going to try to get up and over Mount Washington.
Like 15 miles today.
And another hiker is just going to go up to Lake of the Clouds. But, so we're hanging out here. It's going to get colder tonight. It's going to get windier tonight. And hopefully be better hiking weather for tomorrow. So, taking another 0 in the whites. Fun times. Eating lunch in the Mizpah hut. Freakout is enjoying the potato dill soup. Chapstick's not a fan, so she's having her own bear can lunch. And Freakout is happy because the soup is actually gluten-free.
Freakout?
I mean Thumper. Sorry. So we just finished an interview here with the herd hiker, number 2 pencil. Super fun way to spend the day. So thank you so much. This was great. We hung out with him inside the hut earlier this morning, which you can tell it's such bad weather today. I'm so glad we stayed here. It's been very sketchy, so I'm glad we made the right call. But
To be fair, there may be a thunderstorm happening up there right
you
now.
never know. You just never know. So, yeah, we're going to get the one cloud that looks sketchy today. I know it did rain earlier. It just didn't storm, so. But thank you, number 2. That was fun.
You're welcome.
Good morning. So, we have made the decision to leave Mizpah Hut, and we are going to hike a whopping 4.8 miles to Lake of the Clouds Hut, because as you can see in the background, it's very foggy. It's supposed to be very windy today, and it's cold. And so we don't want to summit Mount Washington with 70-mile-per-hour gusts. So we're going to do it tomorrow when it's supposed to be sunny and a lot warmer, and the winds are going to be a lot less, I don't know, intense. So today we're just going to go to Lake of the Clouds, get warmed back up when we get there, spend the night. It's our first hut to actually spend the night in, although Mizpah Hut was fantastic for zeroing in yesterday, but that's the plan for today. Very interesting day. I'm sure we'll be hiking up boulders and then climbing back down boulders, just like we do every day in the whites. All right, off we go. We're up here about a mile from Lake of the Clouds, and it is starting, all the fog is turning to ice or snow or whatever it is. And it's cold and very, very, very windy. So, yes, this has been epic today. Good morning. What a difference a day makes. So we are leaving Lake of the Clouds Hut. It was amazing this morning to wake up and be able to see for miles and to know that Mount Washington is literally right up there. So could not see any of that yesterday. We could hardly even see the hut until you were upon it. But we're hiking today and it's beautiful. So slept good. And our sleeping bags, the hut is not heated, so it was chilly last night, but our sleeping bags were warm.
we've had a fantastic breakfast. Our bellies are full.
Last night's dinner was really good.
Yeah, dinner was fantastic. So now we hike.
1.4.
Awesome. There's the hut and all the beauty we were missing yesterday as we climbed to it. It is just stunning this morning. And it is cold. It's the Lake of the Clouds supply drop flying by. They weren't able to get it yesterday because of the weather, but it's going to come in today. Hiking down the mountain, and here comes another one. It is so pretty, and we're in a completely different landscape right now, just following the cairns out in the sun and exposed all day today. Stopped literally in the middle of the trail because that's the only place to do it for a snack today. We are surrounded by beauty.
Oh, we just got here.
Are you guys staying at the huts?
Camping.
Yeah, just out of the Valleyway campsite. Yeah.
Good morning. So yesterday we actually have a very long caravan. Yesterday was a very hard day. We climbed up Mount Washington, went over the range to Mount Madison, stopped at Madison Spring Hut for a break. We got there like 4 o'clock. And then we hiked up Mount Madison. Where are we going? This way. And it basically went downhill from there. I gotta make sure we're going the right way.
You have no camping, no fires. Right, that way.
AT's that way, okay. I lead, I always think it's the wrong way. So we get to the top of Mount Madison. We end up going off the wrong trail. We were following a couple who's also hiking, and they're like, guys, we're on the wrong trail. So we basically bushwhacked our way to the correct trail, and then it basically took us, oh sorry, the sun's so bright. Right behind me. Basically took us forever to get to our stealth site. Sarah and I both were crying and having breakdowns. It was just so hard. Our knees, our legs, our ankles were all in extreme pain. That was like the hardest down we have ever done, and we did it in the evening. We didn't get to camp until like after 7 o'clock. What?
Cried.
Yes, I said that we cried multiple times. But we passed another hiker going Sobo on the way up, and he had hiked last year, and he comes up, and I'm like trying to compose myself, and I'm like hoping he doesn't talk to us, because like if he does, I'm going to totally break down. And he goes, hi, how y'all doing? And I was like, we're good. He goes, are y'all through hiking? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, where are y'all headed? And I just start crying, and Rebecca's like, we're trying to stealth. And so he told us like where some stealth spots were by tree line. And then he looks at me and he goes, do you want some chocolate? I was like, so me and Sarah both got some chocolate because we were both having a hard time. And we were only like halfway done with that. But yeah, yesterday was hard, but we found a still spot, got to bed like after dark. And then Nightingale and number 2 Pencil showed up like after dark. Like they did all that in the dark. It was crazy. So there was a still spot next to us and behind us, and they took those, and we slept in a little bit this morning. But we're going to town, but it's Labor Day weekend, so everything's booked. But Nightingale and number 2 Pencil got a room. We're gonna try to call and get a room. If not, we may crash with them. We'll see. But yes, Sarah and I both broke down yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Proud of it too.
gonna now go cross the bridge. Here,
I'll spin everything and cheer up on this one.
number 2, number 2, number 2. Don't stress them out. Good job.
One more time. Okay, here comes Nightingale.
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 Once you do it.
Can we do it? Yes, we.
Careful step.
Different way, but that's okay. Everyone goes their own way.
Walking your toe toes across. Success. 6 for 6.
Did it.
Yeah, good job.
Bouncy. I would just like everyone to notice right now that there is a part of trail in New Hampshire that does not try to kill you while you're hiking it. This part is relatively flat, free of rocks. There are no boulders. It's been quite pleasurable to hike on this morning. We are almost to Pinkham Notch, where we are going to use our hiker card, our hiker discount card again, and get a bowl of soup and bread, and then see what else they have there to eat, because soup and bread isn't quite enough to count as a meal, but it's a good starter. And then hopefully town. It is a holiday weekend, so hotel rooms might be harder to come by, so we're gonna see if we can find one. Contemplate life if we can't, so we'll see.
Next time on Trekking Along.